The phone rang just after midnight. Jenny's heart raced before she even picked up. "Is this Olivia's mom?" a shaky voice asked. "Yes, who is this?" Jenny gripped the phone tighter. "This is St. Mary's emergency. Your daughter was brought in, she's stable now." Jenny dropped her mug. "What happened?" "She was left alone in a locked car for over an hour. She passed out from the heat." Her chest caved in. She had trusted her sister-in-law Christine for one weekend. One weekend. And now Olivia could have died. Jenny's knees buckled, but her voice turned cold. "I'm on my way." And that's when everything inside her began to change. Jenny burst into the emergency room, her heart pounding, fists clenched. Olivia lay pale on the hospital bed, a tiny oxygen mask covering her face. A nurse glanced up. "Are you Mom?" Jenny nodded, barely breathing. "She's stable now. Dehydrated, scared, but lucky." Jenny brushed hair from Olivia's forehead. "Where's Christine?" she whispered. "She left after calling us," the nurse replied. "Left?" Jenny's eyes burned. Her daughter was nearly cooked alive in a locked car, and Christine had walked away. She kissed Olivia's cheek gently. Then stood up slowly. This wasn't an accident. This was neglect. And Jenny was done being the quiet, obedient mother. Christine finally answered her phone the next morning. "Jenny, what is this drama?" Jenny's hands shook. "You left my child unconscious in a car. It was only a few minutes. I had to grab something." Olivia's body temperature was 103. She could have died. Christine scoffed. "You're always so dramatic. Maybe you shouldn't have dumped her on me." Jenny's rage boiled. "She trusted you. I trusted you. Oh, please. She's fine now, right?" Jenny froze. That sentence, "she's fine now," was the line she'd remember for years. Christine didn't care. Not truly. And now she would learn what happened when a mother decided to stop forgiving. Jenny sat at her kitchen table, piecing it all together. This wasn't the first time Christine had forgotten her daughter. Last year at the beach, gone missing for 40 minutes. At the mall, left in the play area with strangers. Each time, Christine had brushed it off. And Jenny, desperate to keep peace in the family, had let it slide. But not anymore. She opened a folder and began documenting every incident. Dates. Texts. Photos. Witnesses. No more silence. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a pattern. And if Christine wouldn't protect Olivia, then Jenny would do it alone, loud, and publicly. Jenny called her mother-in-law, Diane. She almost died, and Christine left her. Diane sighed. "It sounds bad, but Christine loves Olivia." "No. She doesn't. She loves control." Diane lowered her voice. "Don't escalate this. It'll divide the family." Jenny blinked. "I don't care. My daughter could have died. We'll handle it internally. No need for drama." Jenny looked at Olivia playing quietly in the next room. She thought about the bruises no one ever asked about. The silent treatments. The subtle digs. Christine had always treated Olivia like a burden. Now everyone wanted to brush it under the rug. Jenny's answer was final. "Not this time." Jenny sat in a lawyer's office. "Are you ready for what this means?" the attorney asked. "Yes," she said. "I want to file a formal complaint." She handed over the folder, incidents, screenshots, hospital reports. The lawyer flipped through it slowly. "This is more than neglect. You might have grounds for endangerment." Jenny nodded. "I don't care if she's family. She's dangerous." The attorney studied her. "You're not just protecting Olivia." Jenny met her gaze. "No," she whispered. I'm protecting every future child Christine might hurt. It wasn't just about her daughter anymore. It was about stopping the cycle. And mothers didn't fold. They fought. Word spread fast. Jenny's overreacting. She's weaponizing motherhood. Christine called everyone, cousins, church friends, even Jenny's old coworkers. She's trying to ruin me, she cried. Jenny heard the whispers at the grocery store. But she said nothing. She wasn't here to gossip, she was here to protect. Christine underestimated something critical. Jenny didn't need everyone to believe her. Just the right people. The ones with legal power. The ones who listened to facts, not fake tears. Her lawyer texted, Child Protective Services has agreed to open a file. Jenny stared at the message. She didn't smile. She simply whispered. Step 1. That night, Jenny sat beside Olivia. Honey, can you tell me what happened? Olivia hesitated. She locked the car and said, Don't move. Then she went shopping. Jenny's heart cracked. In the heat? She said I'd be fine. But my chest hurt. I screamed and screamed. Jenny held her close. No one came, Olivia whispered. Jenny kissed her forehead. I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere. Olivia looked up. Are you mad? Jenny paused. Yes. But not at you. She didn't ask for more details. She wouldn't make Olivia relive it. Instead, she held her daughter all night. Like armor made of love. Diane called again. Let's have a family dinner. Talk things through. Jenny agreed, on one condition. It'll be at my house. My rules. Christine arrived late, eyes red from fake crying. She brought wine, hugs, and hollow apologies. Jenny sat at the head of the table, Olivia by her side. I filed a report, she said. Gasps. Jenny, that's extreme, Diane said. Christine stood. You're destroying this family. No, Jenny said firmly. You did that the moment you endangered my child. Christine's smile cracked. You're going to regret this. Jenny met her glare. No. You're going to remember it. Silence fell like thunder. The daycare director called. I saw the news. I want to help. Jenny blinked. News? Christine had leaked a fake story online, painting Jenny as unstable. But it backfired. Parents at Olivia's daycare recognized Christine. She's the aunt who left Olivia crying in the parking lot, the director confirmed. Jenny added the testimony to her file. Her case was no longer just emotional. It was stacking. Real stories. Real patterns. And Jenny was no longer playing defense. Now, she was leading the charge. For Olivia. For truth. And for every overlooked mother whose instincts were silenced. A TikTok mom shared Jenny's story anonymously. The aunt who left her niece in a hot car. It exploded, millions of views. The comments section erupted with rage. That child could have died. Press charges. Christine tried to deny it. But a neighbor uploaded a photo, Christine at the boutique, car windows rolled up. Christine panicked. She called Jenny. Take it down. I'm being harassed. Jenny replied calmly. Tell the truth, and I will. Christine screamed. You're ruining me. Jenny hung up. Because Christine had ruined herself. Jenny wasn't ruining anyone. She was revealing them. And the world was watching now. The school counselor pulled Jenny aside. Olivia's been anxious lately. She panics during pickup time. Jenny nodded. She thought no one was coming, she whispered. I've seen it before, the counselor said. Neglect leaves marks we don't see. She offered to write a psychological report for the CPS case. Jenny accepted with a quiet, "Thank you." Every document mattered. Every voice counted. She wasn't collecting revenge. She was collecting truth. The system had failed other kids. But not this time. Not with Jenny watching. Not with a mother who turned pain into purpose. One file at a time. A plain envelope slid under Jenny's door. Inside. "You're tearing this family apart. Drop it or suffer." No signature. But the handwriting was familiar. Christine had snapped. Jenny stared at the letter, unmoved. She scanned it, filed it, and emailed it to her attorney. Threats didn't scare her anymore. She had stood over her daughter's hospital bed. She had heard Olivia's voice tremble. Christine's games were loud. But Jenny's silence was stronger. Because silence, when powered by truth, could collapse empires. And Jenny wasn't backing down. Not now. Not ever. Especially when her daughter's life had been the opening move. Christine was officially charged. Neglect. Reckless endangerment of a minor. She cried online, claimed innocence, called Jenny vengeful. Jenny said nothing. She let the documents speak. CPS. Daycare. The neighbor's photo. The viral video. The counselor's note. Jenny watched Christine's face the day the papers were served. Shock. Humiliation. Fear. Not because she was innocent. But because she never thought Jenny would fight this hard. She thought Jenny was too soft. But motherhood wasn't soft. It was steel wrapped in warmth. Christine had forgotten that. But the court would remember. So would Olivia. On court day, Olivia asked, "Do I have to talk?" Jenny smiled gently. "No, baby. Mommy's voice is enough today." But Olivia stood anyway. She told the judge what she remembered. "I was hot. I cried. I thought Mommy forgot me." Christine stared at the floor. Jenny didn't cry. She stood tall, hand on Olivia's back. "You didn't forget me," Olivia added, facing Jenny. "No," Jenny whispered, trembling. "I never will." The courtroom was silent. Because sometimes, justice doesn't arrive with a bang. It arrives in the quiet bravery of a child who survived. And the mother who made sure she did. Christine was found guilty. Community service. Parenting courses. A 2-year no-contact order with Olivia. She screamed in the hallway. "You destroyed me." Jenny turned calmly. "No. I saved her." The judge commended Jenny's composure. But Jenny didn't feel proud. She felt tired. Exhausted from being called dramatic, emotional, too much. All because she chose to protect her child. Now she wasn't too much. She was exactly enough. Enough to stand against silence. Enough to save a little girl. And enough to remind the world what a mother's love looks like. Unshakable. A thick envelope arrived. Final notice, case closed. Jenny read every line twice. It was done. Christine had no legal access to Olivia. The system, for once, had worked. Jenny held the letter to her chest. Tears came, not of sadness, but release. She wasn't just fighting for justice. She had won it. No headlines. No medals. Just a mother, a daughter, and the quiet peace that came after chaos. Jenny walked to Olivia's room. She was asleep, hugging a stuffed lion. Jenny kissed her head. "You're safe now," she whispered. "And no one will ever hurt you again." Jenny's best friend, Tammy, showed up with groceries and hugs. "I heard," she said softly. Jenny nodded. Tammy unpacked carrots, wine, and warmth. "You were always the quiet one," she said. "I'm not anymore," Jenny replied. Tammy raised a glass. To every mother who turned her silence into armor. Jenny smiled. That night, they laughed, cried, and watched Olivia paint quietly. There were no threats, no fear. Just healing. Tammy whispered, "You're not just a mom. You're a force." Jenny didn't argue. She knew now. Being a mother didn't make her weak. It made her unstoppable. Diane arrived unannounced. She stood on the porch holding a pie. Jenny opened the door slowly. "I came to apologize," Diane said. "I chose peace over protection. I was wrong." Jenny said nothing. Diane handed her a letter. "I've written a statement for the court. Supporting full custody. No contact with Christine." Jenny took the letter. "It's late," she said. "I know," Diane replied. "But not too late, I hope." Jenny didn't smile. But she didn't slam the door either. That was enough, for now. Forgiveness wasn't free. It was earned. One brave act at a time. Olivia's school held a small ceremony. Most courageous student, Olivia Lawson. Jenny clapped, eyes wet. Olivia accepted her ribbon proudly. That night, Jenny framed it. Not because it was flashy. But because it was a symbol. Proof that Olivia wasn't just surviving. She was blooming. And Jenny? She didn't need awards. She had something better. A daughter who laughed again. A life free from fear. And a heart finally at rest. Revenge had melted into peace. And Jenny realized something deep. Sometimes the best justice is watching your child reclaim joy. Months later, Christine tried to break the order. She showed up at Olivia's recital. Security was called. Police escorted her out. Jenny remained calm, arms wrapped around Olivia. "She looked crazy," Olivia whispered. "She's not our problem anymore," Jenny replied. Because healing meant protecting, not hiding. Jenny didn't chase her out. She stood still. And in that stillness, Christine unraveled. Because true power isn't loud. It's steady. Christine had chaos. Jenny had clarity. And Olivia had safety. That's what mattered now. Nothing else. Jenny got a new job, child advocate coordinator. Her story had reached organizations. They asked her to speak. She agreed. At the event, she stood tall, mic in hand. "I'm not a lawyer. Not a doctor. Just a mother." Gasps. Nods. Applause. "I was told I was overreacting. I wasn't." People cried. Afterward, one woman said, "You saved more than just your daughter." Jenny smiled. That night, Olivia gave her a drawing. A superhero in a cape. It said MOM. Jenny tucked it into her wallet. Because that was the only title that ever truly mattered. Olivia turned 8. Jenny threw a backyard party, balloons, paint, cupcakes. In the gift pile, she found an envelope. No return address. Inside, a birthday card. Signed, Christine. Jenny stared. She didn't show Olivia. She burned it in the sink. Because some wounds didn't deserve reopening. Not today. Today was for joy. Olivia danced in the grass, covered in icing and giggles. Jenny snapped photos, laughing along. No tears. No threats. Just one truth. This life wasn't perfect. But it was theirs. And no one was stealing it again. One night, Olivia asked, "Will Aunt Christine ever come back?" Jenny paused. "I don't know," she said honestly. "But she won't hurt you again. That's a promise." Olivia nodded. "Because you're stronger now?" Jenny smiled. "No, baby. I always was. I just stopped hiding it. They hugged beneath warm blankets. Outside, the world spun fast. But inside their home, time slowed. There was no more court. No more fear. Just bedtime stories. And a little girl who slept safely. Because her mother fought. And won. Jenny stood by the window, coffee in hand, watching Olivia play. The scars were still there, some visible, most not. But healing had replaced fear. Jenny didn't need anyone's permission to be strong anymore. She had lived through fire. And walked out holding her child. Not every story ends with revenge. Sometimes it ends with peace earned. That's what Jenny had now. Peace. A safe daughter. A rebuilt life. And a legacy she didn't just imagine. She defended it. So if you ever doubt the strength of a mother, ask Olivia. She'll point to Jenny and say, that's what power really looks like.